This is the prep packet video for Unit 3. It's for Chapter 3, Objective number 4. In this objective, we're taking a look at something called negative exponents, which is really just an easy and efficient way of writing complex fractions. I do want to remind you a couple of things about exponents. If you have a negative exponent, that means to make a reciprocal. Put the term under 1 as a fraction. So for example, if you have x to the negative 2, that means take the reciprocal of x squared and you'll end up with 1 over x to the second. So basically, I want you to think of it this way. If I have x to the negative 2, the first part, that's like a set of directions. And right here, that negative 2 says, make me a reciprocal. So 1 over x. Once you get that, then do the power. If I had y to the negative 2 times x to the negative 4, the first thing I'm going to look at is this. It says, make me a reciprocal. So that's 1 over y times, make me a reciprocal, 1 over x. Now I'm going to look at the powers. It's x to the, or y to the second and x to the fourth. So you can write that more efficiently as 1 over x to the fourth, y to the second. Again, look at that negative sign on the exponent first and react to it and then do the sign, but don't forget. So here, let's take a look at this. So here, x to the second says take the reciprocal of x squared and get to that. This is a little bit different. I want you to think about this one. This is 3 times x to the negative 5. The first thing you're going to think about is you're going to kind of in your head take this apart a little bit. So you have 3 times this. And the first thing you're going to look at is that idea of make me a reciprocal. So the first thing you'll do is start with 1 over x. And then you're going to say, oh, but I'm to the fifth. And then you'll say times 3 over 1. So in the end, it'll look like that. You can also have a negative exponent in the denominator, which kind of tells you to undo it. So if you have 1 over x to the negative fourth, it's saying, I'm down here. Undo the reciprocal. So now it's just x, and then do the power to the fourth. So like I say, it's basically just an easy and efficient way of writing complex fractions. And it makes it a lot easier to deal with the variables between the numerator and the denominator. So here's one to practice with. Let's see. So we have m to the negative 1 minus 8n to the negative 2 over 1 plus m to the negative 2. So let's start on top. So first I have this term right here, m to the negative 1. And what's that say? There's that little negative guy. It says make me a reciprocal, and then it's just to the 1. So m to the 1 is just m. Minus make me a reciprocal, n to the second times, here's my 1, times 8. So what I'm going to have here is 1 over m minus 8 over n squared. And over here, this is telling me the same thing we've said before, make me a reciprocal, the one we don't pay attention to right now, plus make me a reciprocal, m squared. So there, you'd like to say you were done, but you're really not. Because now we have to figure out what's our common denominator. And because of this particular setup, I'm going to use the pick the giant common denominator. So that would be n squared times m squared. And it's especially handy because these are all ones. So 1 times n squared m squared over m minus 8 times n squared m squared over n squared. Whoops, sorry, got carried away. N squared all over, remember that guy's a 1, so n squared m squared over 1 plus n squared m squared over m squared. Now we get to cancel. So let's see, one of those goes away, leaving behind 1. That goes away. We take care of that, and then that goes away. So my new fraction looks like n, let's do this the way we're supposed to be in alphabetical order. So mn squared minus 8m squared divided by n squared m squared plus n squared. And I can factor out in the numerator, I can pull out an m, so m times n squared minus 8m, okay? And in the denominator, I can pull out an n squared, so n squared times m squared minus, sorry, I got a little confused there. This is why you shouldn't do math late at night. I'm working out of this one. I pulled out n squared and I have m squared plus 1 because n squared comes out of that. And I have nothing left to cancel, so I'm good to go. And my answer checks. So go ahead and copy. We'll be talking a lot about these in the future, so again, I want you to just take a look at it, do your problems, and I'll see you next time.